calm before the storm. Storm Darragh. In a few hours' time, it's going to hit, I think, pretty much all of the UK. But the West is going to get the brunt of it. Dara, good morning and welcome to another episode of A Bright Side. I'm going to film over the course of the next couple of days because Storm Darragh, as I mentioned, see they're coming in the intro, is thundering its way across the Atlantic and is going to smash into the United Kingdom, with the westerly zones being the most affected. 90-mile-per-hour winds, damaging winds. So we are going to batten down the hatches. So let's go check it out. Yeah, we have a yellow, or we're going to have a yellow warning for the winds coming into effect this evening. As of recording of this, it is December 6th, 2024. And those weather warnings come into effect this evening. Tomorrow, it gets upgraded to an amber. And then Sunday, it gets downgraded back to a yellow. So we do have a weather warning of some description over the whole weekend. So let's hope that it's not too bad. Let's hope the winds don't kick up quite as badly as they think, and that everyone stays safe, etc, etc. But yeah, they do say on the weather, on the news reports, that it's going to be a doozy. That morning sun is looking lovely. Like I say, it's quite deceptive at the minute, because actually the morning is beautiful. It's cool and crisp, not too cold. But yeah, all heck is going to break loose in the next few hours. And actually not too many people down here. You usually get a few people walking around the prom in all sorts of weather, to be honest. But yeah, actually more empty than I thought. I thought more people would have been down here to kind of just come on down before it gets all too rough. But yeah, fairly empty promenade today. So like I said, I'm going to start battening down the hatches a little bit at home. We haven't got a huge amount in the garden that needs like securing and like anchoring down, as it were, but I will just make sure that like the bins are away, like the recycling bin, because that's like freestanding. I mean, that'll be gone. So kind of batten down those sorts of things. I'm going to get that done today. Haven't got a huge amount planned for today, and tomorrow we'll just see how the storm hits. If it's safe enough to do so, I will maybe come back down to the promenade to show you guys the extent of the storm, but we'll see. Like I said, I'm not going to do anything ridiculous. So yeah, so I'm going to head home. Actually, I'm walking in completely the wrong direction, so I'm going to turn around, I'm going to head home, have some breakfast, and yeah, so like I said, this vlog will be like I said, filmed over the next series of days, so it will come across like that. So anyway, let's get home. Just on my way home, actually, the boating pool is looking really full. Got the water there, just lapping up over the edges. In fact, actually, it's like flooded over quite a bit there. Okay, this bit of path is quite often flooded, or at least very damp. Oh dear. Right, okay, let's... Okay, I'm committed. Oh dear, this is... Oh gosh, wet feet. Okay, this wasn't the brightest idea. Maybe I should have gone the other way. Oh. Oh. Okay, here we go. This bit's a bit dry. Okay, here we go. I think that's better. There we go. We did it. I do have wet feet, but we did it. Got the swans. Got the baby swans. There's a grown-up there. Grown-up over there. And another grown-up. He just seems to hang out over there. Oh, look, he's going for him. Naughty little swan. I haven't got any food for you, I'm afraid. Yeah, my breakfast is at home. I haven't picked up anything to eat. Here, look, stop going for him. Oh, look. Like, swan wars. And you're hissing. I think I might just move on. I might move on. There is a storm coming, okay? Big storm, few hours away. So you do need to take care. All right? Okay, well, you stay oh dear. Oh, what the heck? Okay, I just circumvented that quagmire. Anyway, hopefully those swans stay safe. Okay, let's get home. Back home now, and it is the 6th. So I'm going to open my little advent calendar, my Warhammer 40,000 calendar that Shelley got me. And they've got loads of little like Warhammer pins in it. Where the heck is number 6? There it is. Let's get in here. Yes. Oh. Yes, it has been a recurring theme with this. They all like move around inside. It's empty. These are the 4 pins I have so far. So when I opened up number 1 a few days ago, it was empty. The pin had fallen, you know, it would like, it had dislodged and had gone inside somewhere. So I'll obviously get it I'll get it at some point. And then these 4 have come out, I must say. Very cool, happy with those. And number 6 today has failed to come out. So I should, in theory, have 6 of these, but I've only got 4. But, I mean, I suppose I could just, like, tear the box open and have them all at the same time. But, you know, it's not for that. It's an advent calendar. So I'm going to be patient. I'm going to open the door every day and hopefully get a pin. If not, then I'll just wait until the very end. And probably then on Christmas Eve, on the 24th, I'll end up probably with maybe 2 or 3, 4 pins on that same day, just to make up for the ones that haven't come out on their, like, assigned days, if you will. Never mind. Okay, so this is the recycling bin situation. It is actually now starting to rain. The wind has picked up a little bit more now. So I expect if I was on the promenade, it would be definitely more breezy, I would say. But this box is free standing. It just rests up against the outside of the kitchen wall. So I just need to maybe just put something heavy on it. There's nowhere else in the garden really for it to go. Yeah, our shed up there is full of bikes, children's toys, that type of thing. So it's not going to fit in there. I think it'll be fine. I'll just like anchor it down. I'll put something relatively heavy-ish on top, and it should be fine. I mean, it will be very breezy. It's gonna blow around a bit, but yeah, hopefully it won't be too bad here. You know, like right here, garden, jardin. I've just secured the back gate. You know, like locked it so that it's not going to go anywhere. But look at this, what I've just noticed. The cats have literally shredded this lower portion of the gate with their claws. What the heck, cats? You're going to have to pay for this. Actually, I will just put the kids' football up in the shed, and I'll just coil up the hose. If you guys have ever wanted to know what Cornwall Recycles is in Cornish, there you go. There it is in Cornish. Right, that's done. It is raining a bit heavier now, so I'm glad I've done that. Anchored down the bits and pieces in the garden, threw a few of the loose items up in the shed. So that's all sorted. The backyard is going to be as secure as it's going to be. and the bin, you know, like the household rubbish bin, that is all sort of pushed in the corner a little bit more, and I've kind of wedged it in between a sort of like a heavy planter thing, so it shouldn't move. And our little food waste bin is sort of tucked in our porch. So fingers crossed, we are relatively as battened down, as prepared as we're going to be. So I'm going to crack on with a few more little bits and pieces around the house, pick up the kids from school, we'll wait for Shellbell to get home from work, and then we'll see how this storm progresses. So catch you guys later. Yeah, the weather is picking up a bit now. The wind is picking up. Rain. This is very unpleasant. Back from work?
I am back from work.
Good day.
It was a day.
It was a day. Anyway, we're all battened down. You're home from work.
I'm a bit sad.
Sad? Why is that?
Because it's meant to be the Newlyn Christmas lights.
I know.
Which we do like to go to.
We do.
More importantly, jailbirds are there, and they do like hot chocolate sauce and hot toffee sauce.
They
just
do.
For tonight only.
They do.
But it's absolutely
Ending down. Yes, it is. The weather. It is something we've covered a few times on the channel, isn't it? Because Santa Claus comes in on the lifeboat and whatnot, and it's fireworks. It's a good show.
Ice cream.
Actually, there's like food wagons and stuff down there normally,
carols.
But I don't know how much of it's going to be on because of Storm Darragh. So I don't know. So we've opted not to go tonight. We're in now. Kids are going mad.
I moved up to stage 2.
Stage 2? You did it!
Thumbs up!
So you did your swimming today, didn't you? You've got your little badge there, look. There, and your certificate, and your orange hat, or cap, swimming cap. So you did it!
We got there.
Yeah!
It's only taken since September 23.
A bit illuminated there, aren't we? Anyway, so the plan is batten down the hatches. I've already done that. Doors are all locked, although I will put my head outside the back door in a minute just to kind of see what it's like. But yeah, it's starting to get a bit grim now, isn't it?
It's mostly wet. It's not too windy at the moment.
Yeah, it was windier. Yeah, it was picking up. I think it gets...
For us, the wind will hit at about midnight.
Yeah.
And
it's through like till Saturday morning, isn't it, or whatever?
Yeah, and then Sunday.
Something like that.
Grim.
Okay, this isn't a bad camera actually for being outside. Actually, the sky looks relatively light, but actually, to my eye, it's very dark now. So obviously, this is a good camera for low light. But yeah, it is. Yeah, it's starting to kick up a little bit. So I might, if I think about it overnight, if I'm kind of awake or whatever, then I might sort of have a little look outside at night, like, you know, when the storm is actually hitting us, and we'll see what it's like then. Those are the Newlyn fireworks to mark the switching on of the Christmas lights. But yeah, right decision made. We didn't want to go out in this weather because it's awful. So yeah, we've skipped it this year, which is a shame. What I'll do actually, I'll try and leave a link in the description. I'll go back to last year or whatever and try and find the video of when we were down there. It's a really good event, so I'll put the link in the description if you want to see that one. Are you like squeezing into AJ's
I'm just trying to
swim
figure
cap?
it out. I never had to
Figure it out? Well, you put them on.
Yeah, but they're not like, it's not like putting on a baseball cap, is it? Like, you've got to get it in there. What do you think?
Yeah. Did you put your brother to bed this evening? He's almost asleep. Mama's just up there, isn't she? You're cold. I know we've got the heating on. It's a bit wild and windy out there now, isn't it?
I'm bored.
You're bored.
Which is why I'm going round in circles.
Yeah, I've noticed you're just going round and round in circles.
Yay. Yay.
Evening time now, and with it dark outside, you can see the Christmas lights now. Looking nice. Definitely better than the blue sort of very dominant lights I always find with the multicoloured ones. Yeah, I think this is better. Okay, it's just after 3 AM. I did wake up, so I thought, well, I'll come down, just point the camera up into the sky. You can definitely hear that it's really, really windy. Currently it's not raining, which is good. But yeah, you can hear that it is really, really wild. It's not too blowy, like over the immediate area. Like the tree there in our garden isn't blowing all over the place, so yeah. Nothing really going on, which is good. Can't really see, obviously, because it is dark now. But everything is still in place in the garden, so nothing's been blown around. Alright, I think I'm gonna head back to bed, because it's quite cold. Right, going in. Okay, not too terribly bad. Nothing was moved by the wind overnight. We're still in the weather warning. But yeah, not too bad at all. Fence is all intact. Washing line is still there. I was going to fold the washing line away and I thought, well, it should be okay. My mum and dad, who live fairly close by, they had a lot of sort of loose stuff in their garden thrown around a little bit, but they're on a hill, they're higher up, so yeah, not too bad. We'll maybe head down to the promenade and check out the waves in a little bit. Okay, I'm pretty sure that Shelley won't notice those in my bag. I think that's fine. That'll do. Yeah, I needed to get a couple more bits for Christmas. Shelley's birthday is coming up, so I thought I'd venture into town on my way down to the promenade. Well, it's a bit of a detour, but yeah, it's very, very windy outside. Actually, just standing here now, it's not too terribly windy, but you can see the sea sort of crashing in a little bit over there. So I'm going to walk along Ross Bridge, go around Promenade, just check out the wave situation, and consume a pasty. Hello. Hey, actually the harbour, you can see the wind gusting across the water, but yeah, nice and sheltered. Most of the boats are out now, up into the, I always call it a boat park as opposed to a car park. But yeah, you can definitely see the wind sweeping across the harbour, but not too bad. Loving the historic dry dock here in Penzance. Got the date stamp 1834. The other side, you can just about see there, 2024. I think quite a lot of money has actually gone into the rejuvenation of this site, so long may it be. Thank you, goodness! Yeah, you actually can feel those gusts. It actually throws you off course for a little bit. You're like walking along the pavement, and then all of a sudden you're like, what? Because yeah, it is very gusty. Actually, yeah, the water does, yeah, a little bit, yeah, there is a bit of movement there in the water. Yeah, I got a feeling that was kind of capsized prior to the storm. The Salonian there, fastened to the dock with its hawser lines. I think they're called hawser lines. Ropes, essentially. Yeah, nice. Opted to go without a hat today, without my baseball cap, my trusty baseball cap. Gone without that today because I think it would end up in Mounts Bay, so hatless. Yeah, I think that wind is going to increase exponentially when we get round that corner. Okay, I'm just going to duck into St Anthony Gardens and just eat my pasty in there. Goodness. Okay, I think this will be a bit more manageable than out there. I just picked up a flaky steak from the Cornish oven. I like to mix it up a little bit. They're not my favourite pasties. They're okay. They're kind of middle of the road. But I thought, heck it, mix it up today. Had loaves the other day, which was really good. Butchers, yeah, hit and miss. Sometimes really good, sometimes a little bit off. So anyway, Cornish oven today. Already had a little bite of it there. Not too bad. Hot out of the oven. Goodness. I've got my Christmas jumper on today because the wind gusts are very cold. It's not overly cold. I don't think like the air temperature as such is like cold, but the wind is certainly cold, and they're gusting up to like between 40 60 miles per hour. I think like the 90 mile per hour winds, I think they were overnight just gone. So I assume we've dropped back down to a yellow weather warning. We were on amber overnight. Definitely a wild night. Nice view. There's cloud formations up there, amazing. With the sun burning through, a bit of blue sky up there. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? Okay, pasty consumed. Had a bit of a structural integrity issue at the end. It did all fall to pieces at the end in the bag. Taste was alright, wasn't too bad. Like I said, they're middle of the road. They're not the best pasties, but they're certainly not the worst. But my issue with a Cornish oven is that they always just lump the meat in the middle. You just get one blob of meat. And actually I think like most people, like the steak to be like spread throughout the entire pasty, particularly when you get to the little nobule bit at the end and you've got that luscious bit of steak in the end just to finish off the pasty. But yeah, no, Cornish oven, I don't know, they always just seem to be lumped in the middle. Just spread it out, guys. Okay, made it across to the promenade. Obviously the direction of the wind, what we haven't got here are the crashing waves that often hammer the promenade. But the wind, I can feel it on the back of me. The wind is coming in behind me. So obviously the wind is going that way, which is why we haven't got the huge amounts of waves. Alright. Yeah, it's very windy, as you can hear on the audio. It is definitely a wild storm, but I've definitely seen worse storms down here. Definitely. The other day when we came down and there was... I can't remember if it had a name or whatever, but it was quite rough down here. It was actually a lot rougher. There was sea. There was a lot more sea coming over than there is now. But yeah, it's still very rough. We'll put a little bit of sea spray come up onto the prom then. Try to avoid that. I don't want to get like wet. But yeah, I've definitely seen worse storms down here on the promenade. But like I said, I assume, I'm not an expert, but I assume it's all to do with the wind direction, because like I said, it's definitely going out that way. I know the sea isn't crashing in, but I'm actually still quite shocked to see that on that little bit of exposed beach down there, obviously the tide is kind of out, or at least half out, but there are a few people down there walking their dogs. You kind of think, really? It's a bit, I don't know, I personally wouldn't be down there walking a dog. Crikey, that was a strong gust. But anyway, there are people down there walking their dog. dogs. Stormy, this will still make for a lovely view out into the bay. Very bright there with the sun. I've got my sunglasses, but they're in my bag. I can't be bothered to get them out. I'll just squint for a minute. Yeah, stormy or not, it's certainly beautiful. Obviously all the food vendors are closed up. Definitely not open. Okay, so that's the promenade. Very windy. I am gonna cross the road now and head home. Yeah, a little bit too windy. Someone honking their horn. A little bit too windy for my personal taste. And actually there's quite a lot of sand being kicked up from the beach, and it's coming this sort of direction, being whirled around by the wind. So getting a little bit of sand in the eyes. But anyway, so there it is. Checking in on the swans, they seem to be here. We've got choppy waters here in the boating pool. Yeah, here they are. Goodness! Doesn't seem to be bothering the swans. Sure where the other adult is. There's 3 adults, so that's 1 and 2. Then you've got the babies. The other adult usually hangs out up there, but I can't see him, so I don't know where he is. Maybe the wind proved too much for him. So we did it. We survived Storm Darragh.
We did.
It was quite a big storm, like nationwide, wasn't it?
Not so much here.
Not so much here, but it did rack up.
North Cornwall, not where we are.
Yeah, it was like
a bit blowy.
It was like a northward, like blowing thing situation.
Wind?
Well, yeah, because it was like the waves weren't crashing in; they were like going out, out of the bay from like
it wasn't that bad here, but more North Cornwall.
Yes, and I think Devon got quite hit, didn't they? And Wales definitely, yeah. So, I mean, lots of flooding and whatnot. Anyway, so a few days later, we're going to wrap up this video, a little bonus vlog. So that's pretty much it. What do we normally say? I don't know, just do all the usual YouTube stuff. So from us to you, cheers and gone.